Hey everybody, Daniel here, bringing you a Team Fortress 2 gameplay commentary, and I'm actually using the direct hit for once. My god, how long has it been since I used this weapon? I don't think I've ever made a single video on this, and I don't think I've used it in about 2 years. I decided to pick it up this morning and just give it a bash, and I did surprisingly well with it, all things considered. Like, I actually landed a couple of hits. I got incredibly lucky with random crits all the time. Like, dear god, I actually got quite a few of them. But I actually landed hits, so I was really surprised and really happy with it for that. I would definitely want to try this in future again. And this kind of brings me on to what I want to talk about for this commentary, and it's trying new things in regards to commentary. Because something I've noticed as of late, whenever I kind of sit down for recording TF2, I've noticed that I'm having difficulty coming up for what I want to talk about for commentaries. It's gotten to the stage now where, let's be honest, I've made a lot of commentaries on TF2 now. Like, even just glancing at the playlist the other day, I think I'm up to about 120 of them now. Which is a lot long, like, that's a lot of videos on one game. And I'm genuinely surprised, like, even for that, I haven't run out of things I can really just talk about in the game. It's like, that's quite outstanding. I think TF2 is now, it's really, I think it's creeping up to, like, be one of the most one of the games I played the most out of anything. Like, my record at the moment, I think, was World of Warcraft. I think I got about 2,000 hours into that by the end of my time with that game. I think TF2's on about 700 now. It doesn't sound like a lot compared to some people as well, because I know that there's some people who have probably put well over 3,000 at this stage, but that's a lot of time for just one game where the mechanics of it stay fairly grounded. Like, there's only so many times you can do this, push the cart or capture points, yet it still hasn't gotten dull for me, and I find that amazing in itself. So naturally, when you play the game this long and you really invested yourself in it, you of course have to try new things every now and then. You have to come up with new challenges for yourself, so you just keep playing the game, really. Like, if you want to kind of continue this, then you almost have to test yourself with it. I find this with Pokemon more than anything, where I'm just trying, completely random competitive teams every now and then, because I think that's the game, again, I think that's the second most I played. Again, in the shadow of WoW, because it's such a time sink. But you do find that you have to experiment a lot, and just try new ideas, and really just get creative with what you're doing. And something for TF2 I've always noticed is, I've never really done that with commentaries. I've kind of just stuck with a couple of things that I like. Normally it's the underrated weapons, and I just kind of use them, try and do my best with them, and then, yeah, I'm kind of happy with that. Let's go try something else, just like another casual weapon. I've very rarely actually dedicated myself properly to almost like a certain aspect of TF2. Like I've always said that I would, by the way, so I feel like I have to kind of address this, because I've always hinted at this, that I'm going to properly do something for TF2, and then I don't really follow up on it. And I think the most evident example of that is learning to rocket jump. I've been claiming I'm going to do that for a couple of years now, and I'm still absolutely rubbish at it. I've tried jump maps a couple of times, I'm god-awful, I'm really, really bad at it. But something I've been thinking about as of late is that I really want to start investing a lot more time into that, really try and practice it every day, and genuinely just do my best with it, and try and improve on it. So what I've been thinking about for commentary-wise, because it's going to take a lot of time to actually improve my rocket jumps, because, well, you've seen it. It's rubbish. I'm genuinely terrible at that. But what I'm thinking of doing is, I feel like if I announce it now, I might have a bit better success actually following it through. And my intention is that as soon as I actually make some semblance of progress, I'll make a follow-up video to it. I actually did this with Demo Man ages back now. It's been a while. But I really want to try and do that kind of system where I'll just announce I really need to kind of work on this, I'll practice it a lot, and then I'll kind of just follow it up for once, because I'm just so bad with that follow-up part of it. And I think this will just encourage me to play TF2 a lot more as well, and well, just try new things as well, because I've just found it difficult to make commentaries for this game as of late. It is, of course, just a phase. It's always a phase with TF2, and I've always just come back to it. But you do need to just kind of think of new ideas and new things that you want to do every now and then. So rocket jumping is probably something I'm going to be working on. And of course I'm going to be working on Spy, because everyone keeps demanding Spy. I don't think that ever dies down just for anyone who makes videos on TF2, because it's such an interesting class to watch. Because you are kind of in disguise, and you're incredibly frail, you can die so easily. But it's just so interesting to watch, because at any point someone could kill you, but you're still getting backstabs, and you're still doing surprisingly well. So I'll be working on a bit of Spy as well. I'm going to see what I can do. There's a kind of practice map that I believe Star linked this before. A couple of people actually linked this, but essentially it's a bunch of guys kind of running down a single corridor, and you can kind of just get some practice shots off of them. So something I want to do for that as Spy is just see how fast I can essentially get backstabs on people and get the infamous face stab, if you will, because it is like quite simple to do if you just kind of pivot about someone relatively quickly, so I hear. So I really want to practice that in regards to TF2. And for other games as well, I've kind of noticed this feeling I have lately. I really just want to try new things. So something I might even be doing for Pokemon in a couple of weeks, I think. As soon as I find a really good team for this, which I have been working on one, by the way. I've had a lot of difficulties with this team, but it is coming together now. I'm going to try and do like a complete ladder session, and let's see if we can get into like the top 100 in OU. I've done it once before with one team, and like it took an entire day. And what I'll essentially do is I'll record the entire session, and we'll have a Sunday special on that. So yeah, it's genuinely an important thing, and I feel like it is something I have to talk about, that you need to just try new things in these games after a while, just when you become so invested in them after a while. So it's reasons like this that the game really just doesn't become stale. It's why you can dedicate like 700 hours into a single game now and still find enjoyment out of it. It's because you try new things and you just get a bit more creative with it. And it's just a new experience altogether, and it's incredibly fun, it's incredibly rewarding when it works. It takes a bit of practice sometimes, but it's incredibly fun. I think that's the thing at heart. And for TF2, I don't feel like I've been trying that enough as of late. My last couple of commentators have been kind of tame in regards to loadouts I'm actually using. I'm always falling back in Engineer as well. You probably all noticed that, but like there's just dozens of Engineer commentators at this stage. There really is, and it's just because I play Engineer the most, and like I'm the most comfortable with that. Like, I don't even do anything like kind of unique or different with Engineer. I just really, really enjoy that class. And even for something like that, there's new things I want to try. Like, I want to get Wrangler jumps down now, because I think that would be a really cool thing to do. And I've never successfully pulled it off, so I'm going to be giving that a bash as well. I felt like I should address this anyhow, because I know it's been a while since the last couple of videos on the channel, and I know our schedule has been all over the place, despite being off for summer now. Like, I have more time than ever now, and there's less videos than ever. That's kind of strange. I feel like I've just been kind of struggling with this as of late, though. But this is a new mentality I'm going to be adopting a bit, really just trying to embrace, and who knows what it's going to be like. Let's see how things go. And I'm really looking forward to next week. I got stuff lined up, and I'm going to be happy to share it. That's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Here's hoping for some more direct hit in future. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye, and thank you so much for watching.